Today I'll share with you all the taxi scams that go on in Thailand, and wait for the end, I've got a special story for you about taxi scams. When you first arrive at Suvarnabhumi airport, the first thing you normally do is go and get a taxi. The first thing to avoid is make sure you go down to the first floor. That's where the official taxi ranks are. I've got a special price for you, sir. Really? Avoid these taxis. Go down to the first floor and get the official taxi rank. Next one is a classic of a broken meter. Yeah, the meter's not working in this taxi, my friend. Well, get in another taxi then, okay? So you don't get in a taxi when the meter is not working for all short journeys. The meter starts at 35 baht, unless it's changed and gone up to 40 baht, but the last time I went in it was 35 baht, and then it will go up relatively slowly in Thailand. Now, if it starts going up very, very fast every couple of seconds, then there is another scam going on, and this is like the accelerated meter scam. So the meter is going very, very fast. They switch a button, the price will go up very, very quickly. Sometimes the taxis say it is rush hour, so it's an extra charge for rush hour. They can't do this. It is a set price. They turn on the meter, 35 baht, and it runs the meter. That is it. There's no special charge. There's no extra charge for this. The next scam is the raining scam. If it's raining a lot, the taxis will say, no meter, they want a set fee. So they will try and charge a higher fee because the taxis are just in demand. This has happened to me in both a motorbike taxi and a normal taxi and a tuk-tuk, to be honest. When it's absolutely throwing it down with rain, they charge double, triple the price, and they can get away with it because people just want to get home because it's flooding everywhere. The next one is, I'll wait for you, sir, fee. So you go into 7-Eleven or something, they say, you want to stop here for a little bit? And then they make out it's going to cost you no more money. But yes, this will cost you an extra fee, guys. Fuel or tolls scam. So sometimes I'll ask you to pay the tolls. That is legit. Okay, you have to pay all the tolls in Thailand. Oh, guys, can you just do us a favor? Just subscribe to the channel, press the red button, help us out. Thanks. And back to the video. The classic shortcut. Or I've had this in a tuk-tuk a few times. So you want to go to, let's say, Sukhumvit, okay, from another area from Khao San Road, and they're like, oh, I've got this shortcut, and they go the long way round. It takes a lot longer, and they charge you a lot more money because obviously the meter runs up a lot more. Refusal to take you scam. I mean, some taxis will actually refuse to take you somewhere, and they'll try and charge more money because they know you're desperate to get there. So this is a bit annoying. It has happened to me a few times. Some taxis don't want to go to a certain location for whatever reason. Sometimes they want to take the taxi back in a certain time because some of them hire the taxis on like 48-hour charge. It's not their taxi, they're kind of hiring it, and then they want to be close to the destination. But they are obliged to take you to your destination if you react. They shouldn't really refuse to take you somewhere because they don't really want to. Holiday pricing scam. So, you know, during Songkran or during any big festival, they kind of up the prices. They try and charge you more money because it's festival, it's busy. They'll go, oh, it's Songkran. Oh, it's Loi Krathong. Oh, it's New Year. So there'll always be like some kind of scam going on like that. They'll try and charge you extra money. Hotel reroute. So going to the wrong hotel. So they'll take you to, basically, you tell them to go to this hotel, but they'll take you to another hotel. Then they'll have to go from that hotel to this hotel. They'll blame something like, oh, I not understand you. You tell me this hotel, but it was this hotel. Now you have to pay extra. This can happen sometimes with lack of communication, but sometimes that is a scam too. Yeah, maybe they did misunderstand sometimes, but other times maybe that's a bit of a scam. So always try and get the hotel very clear to them before you get in the taxi. Tuk-tuk tailor tour. This is another one when you get in the tuk-tuk and then they start to take you to a tailor. They take you to other places and yeah, they detour. They try and get the owner of the shop to, you know, sell you something, some gems or yeah, whatever. So this does happen to a few people. This is a bit annoying when this has happened. It happened to me once many years ago around, guess where? Khao San Road, yeah. So, you know, areas like that are kind of notorious for little scams like that. No charge trick. Now this one's quite funny. You'll get in the taxi and then they'll go, oh, there's no charge, it's free, come in. I'll take you there, no problem, I'll take you, come on, let's go. Quickly, they'll be trying to rush you into the taxi, let's go. Okay, this is, no price set or anything. And then when you get there, they're like, okay, that's 700 baht, and you've gone 10 minutes. So yeah, this can happen. It's usually in tuk-tuks, to be honest, if something like that happens. So always, negotiate the price before you get in. Tuk-tuks don't have a meter, so it's just a set price. Tuk-tuks are generally always more expensive than a taxi. Okay, I promised you at the start this story about taxi scams. A month or two ago, I was visiting China, Guangzhou, and I arrived at the airport. I wanted a taxi, and it was really early in the morning. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. So I got a taxi. We set a price. He didn't really have a meter. Yeah, we sat in this car park. I was like, what are you doing, mate? Are we going? He's like, oh, we have to wait a little bit. Okay, so waited a little bit. Not quite sure what's going on because really early in the morning. And then it was like 5 minutes. I was like, what's this guy doing? Like, thinking to myself. I was really tired. It was early morning. And then I was like, oh, mate, I'll just get out. I'll get someone else to take me. I was just about to get out. And then another guy came. I was like, mate, no, I'm going to get another one. And he says, oh, hang on a minute. There's another one coming over here. And my luggage was in the boot, which was a bit annoying. So I might have just got out and just grabbed my luggage and ran off, and gone somewhere else. Or walked off and gone somewhere else. So this guy said, oh, this other one's coming. So I'd waited about 5 minutes. We'd had this price, and then there was another taxi drove up, and then before I got out the taxi, another guy had got into the boot of the car, got my luggage out and put it in this other taxi. And I was still in the car, and I was like, geez, man, what's going on here? This is a bit dodgy, like. And then I went to the other taxi, and then he said, oh, this taxi's going to take you. And my luggage was already in the boot, locked in the boot. So I was like, this is a bit weird. So I said, oh, okay, mate, whatever. So I went over to this other taxi, jumped in this taxi, and then there was like 3 people in the back. And I was like, what's going on here? And I was like, what's going on? Why are these people? And he says, oh, we take together. And I was like, no, I didn't arrange this. And then before I know it, he's already driving off. And I'm like, geez. And then there was like 2 Chinese in the car in the back. So it wasn't just foreigners who were doing it too. And a Russian guy in the back too. So it was 4 of us. And we proceeded to drive around for 2 hours dropping these other 2 off. And what it was is like, they're just taxi sharing to try and get more money. Because I probably paid up full fare for one person. But, everyone was paying probably similar to me or more or less. I don't know. So, yeah, I paid the fare. And, 2 hours later, it was well annoying. But I was kind of already in the taxi and already driven off by then. And it was a bit of an awkward situation. It put me in a bit of a dodgy situation because, as I say, the guy got from one taxi and then grabbed my luggage out the boot and put it in the other taxi before I was even out the first taxi. So it was like a system, 2 or 3 were working kind of together. And I felt on edge all the way back, because I didn't really know, because there was a lot of language barrier as well. When we were going to get back. So yeah, that's the story. So I think, there are problems everywhere around the world with taxi scams, not just Thailand. So I don't think it's exclusive to Thailand at all. I think these go on all over the world, guys. Share your taxi stories. I'm sure you've got some taxi scam stories from Thailand or from around the world, and put them in the comments, guys. Okay, thanks for listening, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you on the next video.